Okay, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite Headmaster's favorite nerd, and today we're going to be talking about the Fansproject Quadruple U, which is Weirdwolf, obviously WW being 4Us, right? No big deal. Which was an homage to the G1 Headmaster bit, and I have his G1 counterpart right here. As you can see, we've come a long way, like Virginia Slims. And yeah, he's from the Transformer Headmaster. I'm not having a go. That's actually how the song really went. Yeah, he's pretty cool, man. I have a little bit of a love and hate relationship with him. I'll do some scale stuff real quick just to kind of give you an idea. So there he is with Chrome Dome and Brainstorm. You know, scales up nicely with them. And he's been out for a while, so chances are that you already made your decision as to whether or not you're getting him, but I figured it was worth going over. And there he is next to Red Alert, so he's about the size of a proper deluxe. Not the Trailbreaker and Hoist Abomination Deluxe series, which are just a little bit on the little side. So let's go over some articulation. There's nice detail there in the head. You got the little visor, eyes painted beneath the visor, so pretty cool. Head's on a swivel. It's blocked a little bit by these two green bits, and it can look up so you can get like a, that's pretty cool. Shoulders are on a ball joint, but like, many people say they're a little bit limited, but it's still good, I think. Biceps are on a swivel. Hinged elbows, almost, you don't even get 90 degrees with them. No wrist articulation properly. You get a little bit for the transformation, but it doesn't really help you in robot form. And the thumb, we'll go over that. It's on a hinge, but yeah, we'll go over that. Waist is on a swivel. Ball joint thighs. Thigh swivel, knee, ball joint. You get more than 90 degrees due to transformation. And you get a little bit of an ankle tilt, not much, and a little bit of an ankle hinge there, tilt rather. I'll say this, ever since I transformed him, the side bits of his knees, and you'll see how it transforms, have never quite sat as tight as they were initially, which is kind of irritating. I really like how he looks in robot form. He looks awesome. He looks powerful and menacing, and he looks like a force to be reckoned with. There's like a level of prestige with him almost. It's really cool, but the articulation is greatly hindered. No ankle tilt. The knees, mine don't stay together perfectly. The hands are a nightmare because the thumb is like the DuPont claw, or I'm not sure what something like that. So you get really nothing there. And then the green things block the head. It's just a lot of things block a lot of things. But still, like on a shelf, standing there, he's a force to be reckoned with, for sure. To go over his sword, it comes out and then it breaks apart. Breaks apart is probably a poor choice of words. Very poor choice of words. And then these are tight, but they have these, and then they're whatever, hindered by that. But and then there's one on the other side, and then there's two on the shoulder, and they go in like that, and then. You know what? It's worth doing. Yeah, so you can have them like that if you want, because that doesn't look stupid. Just a sword going out at 90 degrees from your thigh. That doesn't look dumb, right? And here's my thing. You can make the argument. Well, at least they had some way for you to store it. But you know what? It's pinned. That's pinned there, and this is an extra piece of plastic. And they're the same on the shoulder, which is pinned, and an extra piece of plastic. Might as well. That's not as terrible, but it's still pretty bad. If you had two, maybe it wouldn't look bad, just for the symmetry of it. So it's pinned there. So we got 4 extra pins and 4 extra pieces of plastic. And for what? You know, and like, how much of that am I paying for? And like, you know, would that have dropped this thing from $70 to $60, 65? Because I'd have been in for that. You know, I'd have co-signed that. I'd have signed that petition. So that's really it for robot mode. Let's take a look at the Headmaster. The head pops right off. This can be a little tricky. So I want to make sure I go over this. First of all, the head is gorgeous. You know, it's absolutely gorgeous. So, feet out, and as you pull them down, the ab crunch, which is right there, will kind of unfold, and then that pushes in, and then the visor kind of hides the face, and you've got the Headmaster with some nice paint there on the face, and you know, a little yellow in there, which is just stuff they don't have to do. Swivel, hinge, fine. Little weak on the articulation side, but fine. I'm going to transform him back into the head just so you can see it, because it is a little tricky. Not tricky, you just want to be careful. So ab crunch down, and then the legs fold up properly, but then you want to pull this out. I'll show it again. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Pull that out right there, and that gives you the clearance to push it down and cover the eyes. So the eyes are painted underneath, and then it pushes down to cover the eyes. If you try to force it, it will snap on you. You will have a broken $70 figure. So that's that. So let's get them transformed. There's some easy stuff, and there's some challenging stuff. Easy stuff first, we'll get it out of the way. Arms go like this. Boop. Get in line, form the claws. The DuPont, or I should probably Google that instead of making an idiot of myself. Some nerd will correct me. It's, I don't know, and then give me the history of it. Creative by the, whatever. Down like this, and you can kind of see how that's already coming together there. The wolf head is on the back. This piece, it's usually held there. So you can undo that. This is a little tight to get over, so we'll leave that open. And then this whole bit here hinges down, kind of like Smart Robin's. You can see it there. But before you hinge it down all the way, you want to get the legs kind of squared away. Now the legs eat me up sometimes, so I'm going to try to do it the best I can. First of all, easy way to remember it is the green bits face out. And then this swivels, and it's hard to keep, for me it's hard to keep track of it, because I don't think it works both ways. So we'll get this transformed. Foot down. Let's see here. Okay, that folds out, releasing the leg. And then it closes up, and that just sort of sits there like that. And then like this. That's how you do the foot, and then in order to get the foot lined up properly, the knee unpegs, or not, no, it doesn't even peg, that's a complaint of mine. Kind of comes out there, and then you have the foot. Now, so we repeat the same thing on the other side, and then we'll get it all squared away. All right. Okay, so you got it to here, and you want to make sure that when you got to swivel it, or swivel the waist. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that when these feet come down, that this hinge here faces in the back. So this is the right way for this one, and this is the right way for this one. Now, I only say that because I just did the whole thing and did it backward, as I knew I would, and I actually applauded myself because I thought I initially did it right. And I was like, it's almost too good to be true, because the week that I've been having, you would think that would be impossible, and it was. I did it wrong. So all this lines up, tail goes in there, forms the sword forms the tail, just like the G1. And we kind of push that together. I didn't hear it but it's pegged in, I just didn't hear it. So, the reason why you have to have it this way, and it doesn't work the other way, is because this part has to be able to hinge back in order to, like, you know, kind of make it a proper wolf kind of anatomy bit. So once you've got it like that, let's get it all cleaned up there. Then you want to finish collapsing this whole mid bit. So, and mine doesn't go very smoothly. I don't know if anyone else, leave a comment, let me know if yours does, but you want to collapse it, kind of slim the wolf down a bit, and then, you know, clean them up, get them pretty. There you go. Real quick, articulation, jaws on a hinge, and this is on a hinge. And I would have really liked a little bit more. I would have really liked a little bit more there. Like a ball joint, so we could look to the left or right. Shoulders, same sort of problem, but how far out do you need them to go? Elbows, you know, almost 90 degrees, and then the wrists, so you can kind of give you a little bag action. A little bit of a bag action. And there's actually like a little bit of a waist, you know, like, but I mean it's so little I don't even know if it gets full credit. Hind legs, you got that there, and then the knee, you know, it goes back, and then you got the foot again. Nothing on the tail. And that's that. The Headmaster. He can ride in here. It's a tight fit, tight like a tiger. And it's actually easier to put them in before you collapse everything, but leave it to me. Whatever, dude. I'm not putting it in. It's hard, but it's he does go in there. He does fit. He's just tight, and I don't keep him in wolf mode anyway. So yeah, I think he's pretty good as a wolf. You know, what's cool about him is he doesn't do like the typical easy way out G1 kind of like, oh, you flip the, you know, you flip the feet down and you flip the arms down, and you know, now he's a wolf kind of deal. You know, like this bit. You know, like that's G1. It's cool for G1 because it is what it is, but it's nice that they didn't take that route. There's a little bit of, you know, more engineering in there, and the way that the legs collapse and everything. I've heard some like a lot of complaints about the wolf bit. Now I will say, this is loose on mine, and that's unlike my experience with Fansproject. They usually have really tight ball joints, and they're great. Mine there, that's uncommon and unacceptable when you're spending $70 for a toy. So yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I've heard people say, like, you know, he doesn't look like a real wolf, or he's not real wolf enough or real dog enough, and you know, I guess I can see what they're saying. For instance,
come on, Weirdwolf. Go side. Go side. Come on.
Eat your dinner. Eat your dinner, Weirdwolf.
Eat your dinner!
Fetch. Go fetch. Really?
Intruder alert.
What was it? Sick 'em.
Intruder alert.
Sick 'em.
Intruder alert.
Werewolf. Sick 'em.
Intruder alert.
You know, but I'm just not sure what people want. I think this is a pretty good job for you know, a quadruped type, you know, animal. The head, you know, leaves a little bit to be desired, and I don't tolerate this. I hate this. That irritates me to no end. But you know, other than like he looks, I think that's a pretty solid unit, if you ask me. You know, put his little buddy in front. Yeah. Just to give you a size comparison, here's his G1 Headmaster counterpart. But yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I'm happy I have him. I highly recommend him. It is Fansproject. They make their toys pretty fun, and they're engineered extremely well. I have my complaints with him, but when he's in all the right places and everything's posed right, he is awesome. It's just that the posability is a little limited, and that's the big drawback to him. But everything else is nice. Good paint, aesthetically he's gorgeous. And that's that. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.